On this year's big reunion, 6 musical entities of the 90s and noughties return to our here and now like tormented phantoms to take another bite at the pop cherry.
We've got to smash that stage to bits, and it's all about the Damage show.
As they clamber back on stage together for one epic gig, will they still have the voice and the moves to pull it off?
We have to do routines and stuff. I just think it's going to be a total disaster.
This is the big reunion. On this week's big reunion, it's time to assess the damage.
If you don't remember, we have to disagree, then we disagree to agree, but don't say, that's wrong and I'm lying.
And as the first day of rehearsals dawn, our 6 bands finally come face to face.
Eternal were very odd. I asked them where Louise was, and I don't think they liked that.
She's quite kind of quiet.
She got your arms folded as well.
Supergroup Fifth Story have already battled their way through a tense week of laying down vocals on each other's songs. And fought their way through the problem of missing members through personal crises and professional commitments. You can't just pluck a band dynamic out of the ether, so to avoid chemistry catastrophe, Fifth Story are receiving a vital extra week of rehearsals before joining the other groups, with vocal coach Evie Burnett and choreographer Paul Demain.
We can all left, right, click, we're all right.
I'm good at staging, like walking and that.
Walking. Obviously, they'd done a bit of vocals, they kind of laid the tracks down, but they'd never performed together, so today was kind of a test to see exactly how it was all going to piece together.
And straight away, Kenzie, the member with 2 left feet, is in trouble.
Boom, boom, let me do what... I just put it in now!
See, I was doing what you did originally, just throwing it out there.
There's a couple struggling. Probably Kenzie's the worst one for the picking up choreography and maintaining it.
Is that lunch? What?
Bless him, he's trying hard. He kind of tends to stand and watch as opposed to do the steps.
Kenzie's killing me. I didn't realise that even, because he was in a group, I thought he did some choreography. They haven't done anything.
It's not really my strong point. I think I've peaked. I'm not going to lie, I've peaked. It's about 11:30.
And Kenzie's not the only one having problems with his moves.
The people that have been in the band before understand how to position themselves on stage. Probably the 2 worst are Adam and Cav. Boom, ha, boom, good. Well, let me... No. Right. Circle. More so Cav now, I think. He's kind of just doesn't know where he is on stage.
One minute I'm out the front, then I'm at the back. I mean, but luckily the dancers are looking after me. They keep saying, you're in the wrong place, go there.
A couple of days in, and one Fifth Story member is having trouble juggling his commitments.
Gareth was late in because he was rehearsing on Dancing on Ice.
Where he usually is. Gareth is somewhere on the ice.
Gareth is on ice.
But finally, Gareth gets his skates on, while also taking his skates off, and makes it to the rehearsal studio.
I have felt a little bit bad arriving halfway through rehearsal. However, I've been quite quick to pick up the routines.
Can I just ask, what were you concentrating on? Because you said it wasn't the dancing.
But it certainly wasn't the singing.
Yeah, but...
Oh, come on.
Some of us are really focused on the dance moves, some of us are really focused on the vocals. You know, and I think what we need to do now is merge the two.
Merge the 2 together.
Adam struggles to remember what he's doing. When he's trying to dance, I see him forgetting to sing. That's probably the shock for me, seeing that.
Yeah.
Because that was a mess.
We need to step our game up a bit, I think.
We are very much still the underdog in this whole thing. You know, we are 5 guys who 3 or 4 weeks ago didn't even know each other.
In the middle of the rehearsal week, Cav decides to open up to the group by email. Back when people still sent important messages by fax, Cav was adored by teenage girls, but he was hiding a secret.
We were just getting to know each other, and we'd been discussing our, partners and stuff like that. I'm single, so there was nothing really to talk about, but obviously the fact that, I'm gay and I hadn't said that, because the opportunity hadn't arisen. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to put it in the email. So I just said, look, guys, just for the record, la-di-da, I'm not hiding it, it's just that it's not come up yet, so it was easier that way, Not that it should matter, it's 2014, it doesn't matter.
Immediately it just went straight to piss-taking, and I think it's, I guess that's how boys relate.
It wasn't a surprise, was it? You weren't bothered? No. What are you trying to say, I'm Cam?
Yeah.
Says you!
To be honest, I thought you both were gay.
Sorry, no offence. No, but I guess it's one of them things when you kind of, you meet each other. It's not, you don't always just say, oh.
It's not going to be your opening.
It's not a big deal, but it never really cropped up.
But you just got to make sure you're comfortable about whenever you talk about it, because.
The thing of it is, I've not done anything for a long time that's been in the public eye. So when I was 16, I didn't even know myself. But obviously now I'm, 23.
You're 23.
What? No. I'm grown up now, so it's just better to be honest, So guys, there we go.
Yeah. I wasn't all that shocked, if I'm honest. You know what? Who cares?
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you feel comfortable around us and comfortable to tell us.
Well, I don't fancy any of you, so that's probably...
What? Keep on!
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of relief there, and it's just done now, so, it is what it is.
As they work on their routines, the lads are definitely showing signs of one big bromance.
There's a lot of banter going on. There's a lot of, we're digging each other, and you did that, what you do, and it's all done in good fun. But there is moments where you think, shit, you know what, enough of the jokes now. We've got to look good.
We have to be hot, man.
Yeah.
We need to, literally walk in, and the rest of the band's go, oh,
yeah,
Let's hope they'll be going ooh for the right reasons.
At the moment, we're getting a bit of, oh, that's fine, ha ha ha, you got it wrong.
Yeah.
But I think by next week, when all the other bands are in, I think if somebody's getting it wrong, they're not going to want to show up the band as not being very good. So I think there'll be a little bit more friction between them. Well, I can kind of sort of imagine that may happen.
I can feel that. I can feel that happening.
I had a couple of shaky bits. Yeah.
And his shaky bits threw me off.
Well, the lead singer's shaky bits threw me off.
Yeah, but the lead singer's got to sing at the same time, that's why.
I am knackered. You don't realise how much it takes out of you, really. I mean, we haven't been sort of flat out, big routines and stuff, but it does do you in.
Are you knackered?
Yeah, no, I am. When we get it right, it's not consistent at the moment, so, and you know that.
The next week, it's really properly back to school. And I think the boys haven't cottoned on to that yet. They've been spoilt here with us, and suddenly they're going to feel a very small part of a very big puzzle.
Pressure starts next week, because as of next week, it's not just us in our own little private world, it's us in front of other bands.
So the only way is up. Famous last words.
And let's just come back and do more next week.
Coming up, London Soul Boys Damage tell all about their catastrophic last gig as a five-piece.
Corey's just absolutely out of his face. Absolutely out of his face.
If Corey's acting in a bad way, he's doing drugs.
He's now having a fight in his car with one of his mates.
And after more than 10 years apart, it's confrontation time for the lads.
I said that in the beginning, you dickhead.
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.
Years ago, the Twix founders had a falling out, so production was divided between two factories which each took a very different approach. Left Twix lavished caramel on biscuit, while Right Twix topped biscuit with caramel. Left Twix then covered it in chocolate, while Right Twix smothered it in chocolate. Today, they only share a wrapper and a driveway. Twix, try both and pick a side.
Paul couldn't help compare his television